keep an eye?
It's connecting.
Do you want me to?
Going live.
Tell me when you're live.
It's live.
Oh, it's
There's
live.
no one on yet.
Okay.
But it's recording.
Oh. We're waiting for people to get on before we start, so if anyone does get on and wants to ask a question now, feel free.
I'm gonna share it on your page. So
Okay.
hang on.
This is my kitchen. We've got 4 dogs running around right now.
Share. We got 49. Wow.
There's 49 people watching?
Oh, and we're standing here being quiet.
Well, I count that as a win already. 49.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share it. Hang on your page. Gotta turn it down.
We'll introduce ourselves at 5 or 7. Sorry.
So, hello from Idaho. Why doesn't everyone start saying like where they're watching from?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Idaho.
Idaho, Tennessee,
Awesome.
Utah.
We're from Utah, if you don't already know that.
Yeah. Southern Utah.
Southern Utah.
We've never done a live. So.
This is our first live.
So be patient and
Also, let us know if we're talking loud enough because the camera is kind of,
far.
we have it far away so you can see the whole quilt.
Okay, so let's see. Idaho, Kansas, Canada,
Kansas.
Oh, wow.
Oregon,
Canada.
Washington,
Hi, Canada.
Michigan, Alabama, Mississippi,
Wow.
That'd be cool if we got all the states.
California, Florida, New Jersey.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
So Emily is the one talking in the background.
Indiana.
We'll introduce
Kansas.
everybody when...
Volume is great. Sweet.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank
for the
you.
feedback. We sent all the kids and the husbands, well, only one husband is here. We sent them to go
Entertain
the little kids.
Ooh,
but
Japan?
Oh my gosh. But we have 4 dogs. So I'm just warning you now, if you see the dogs, they're all little, but they might be walking around our feet.
or barking.
We hope not barking.
Yeah. So.
Sweet. 2 more minutes. And then you can kind of maybe just say like the agenda.
Okay, the agenda. I'm like so nervous, you guys.
They're introverts.
I am introverted. Let's talk about our shirts
Oh, yeah.
before we start. We're all wearing quilting related shirts. My friend Mandy, she has a Etsy shop where she sells t-shirts. It's Buttermilk Tees. I don't know if Emily can link while we're doing this.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. We're each wearing one of her designs, so
Yeah.
that's why we're wearing t-shirts, and they're so comfy.
They
I
are.
wear one like every day.
I will try and link it. I'm not sure what I'm doing, so bear with us.
Sure.
Butternut.
Katie's over here, my other sister. We'll introduce everybody at 6, 7. This clock is wrong on my wall, and I need to fix it.
So I just shared the link to the shirts.
Okay.
She has a lot of cute ones, a lot of fun colors. It's really cute.
I'm a fan of the navy and the gray.
And
And she is sporting the
I
V-neck.
get the V-neck, so I don't feel like I'm choking.
All right. Is it time to start? Yeah.
Okay. We can all introduce
Okay.
ourselves, I guess.
So we're gonna start. Come on. So my 2 sisters are here. We have one more sister. She couldn't make it, but hi Jessie if you're watching.
Hi, Jessie.
Let's see if I
So Mom, do you want to start?
Sure. I'm Nettie, and
Are we all in the picture? Oh yeah, you can see us.
Okay, so I'm Nettie,
kinda
and
slow, huh?
I am the mom to 4 beautiful daughters, and they'll introduce themselves.
I'm Lindsay,
And I'm Katie.
And I'm Emily.
and
We are Primrose Cottage Quilts.
yes.
Yep.
So I thought so they're gonna be helping. They might be in and out of the picture. but that's who they are. So my mom and I kind of wanted to start the trunk show. I don't know if you've ever been to a trunk show, but usually you kind of explain like how you got into quilting, and so when I do trunk shows, I kind of tell my backstory. But first, I want to let you guys know I come from a family of makers on both sides. My mom's side, on my dad's side, they were always making things with their hands, tinkering with wood and
Just
all
crafts.
sorts of things, crafts. Like my mom has owned many craft businesses in the past, but about I don't know, it's been 8 years. I had my last baby, and we moved to a new town, and it was like in the middle of nowhere, you guys. And I was going crazy because I had 3 little kids, and my mom's best friend introduced her to quilting.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. And my mom was like, this is so much fun. And I went up to visit her, and she showed me what she was working on. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could do that. Like, I could sew. And my mom kind of laughed because
I've tried.
I could barely sew a straight line when I was sewing my babies, like receiving blankets. Like, I was not very good. So anyway, but she showed me how to do it, and I kind of just picked it up and ran with it. And
Before she left town, after she was visiting us, we went up to my friend Kathy's, and Kathy is a huge fabric hoarder. And by the time we left that afternoon, we had a whole trunk full of fabric, and I'm not exaggerating.
when I
The
say
was
trunk,
full.
I mean my entire trunk was full of fabric. We were young, like just starting out to get
Out of college.
Out of college. My husband just graduated. And so I didn't really have a lot of like extra money to buy fabric, and she just literally like probably thousands of dollars worth of fabric she gave me. And it kind of just, that's where it started, and
Down in the basement.
in my creepy basement.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where it started, and then about 3 years ago, I went to my mom, and I have been designing my own work and doing this and that, and I told my mom I wanted her to be able to work from home, and my mom's always been my best friend. We get along really well, and I didn't want her working and being on her feet all day. It was really hurting her, and so I'm like, we can start a business, and we started it with long arming. We were really nervous, super nervous, and it kind of just grew organically from there. But I have to say my most favorite thing is to design quilts. That's my favorite thing, and
The big jump is when we decided that we wanted Lindsay to design a pattern and print it. She was so nervous because she's like, do we order this many, or we just stick with this many? How will, and you all have been unbelievably awesome, because it's just, we were like, how many has she designed in the last 3 to 4 years?
probably a couple hundred, if not more, in the past 8 years. I started designing right off the bat because I've always kind of been that
Doodler.
I'm a doodler. I'm like always have a pen in my hand doodling. And anyway, so I think we better get started because we have like a giant stack. But first, my sister pointed to my little agenda. I'm not sure if you guys know, but we do have kind of a special box that we do. It's called the Cottage box. We just released our Christmas one, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys what was in it.
I'm
So-
linking it.
Emily's linking. We do have some. Here, hold that. I think we have some left. Not very many though. So when you open your box, there's just a note with all the things included. This box I designed. Well, first there's a little fat eighth bundle, and these are Maywood fabrics. Super cute.
Someone said, I spent my afternoon sewing one of your patterns.
Who?
Wow.
Who?
Dance forever, love.
Oh, thank you. Okay, So the first thing is a fat 1/8 bundle, and that's just kind of to put in your stash. I love working from my stash when I make Christmas quilts because I love scrappy. The next thing, I'll do the little things, was this little notebook. There were 3 different styles. It's a Merry Christmas notebook. It's a Moda product. Some little Christmas stickers. And then these are amazing. These are by Lori Holt. They're called So Handy stickers. And if you've bought any of her patterns, she letters all of her pieces, and that's kind of how I learned to do mine, is by lettering all the pieces that I use. So you can use these stickers to letter the pieces that you're working with, and there's a ton of them in the package. And then we included one of my most recent patterns, Pine Valley, which we will show you. This is the all-new pattern that I designed specifically for this box. It's called Trim the Tree. It's a table runner pattern. I used almost all Lori Holt fabrics, and I just love it. It's kind of like my Autumn Abundance pattern. Everybody seemed to really love that one. So I kind of took the same idea, and super bright and festive, but
And so it comes.
you get the full kit.
You get the full kit. It comes with backing.
Backing is included. And then lastly,
You'll
get
get a box like this.
Okay, she has it. And it is a mug that I designed with my rosewood star block. It's called, or on it says Sip, Sew, Repeat.
Here, Brit. Up here at all. Or
Okay.
do you want to show it? Here.
Can you see it? Okay. Oh, sorry, Mom.
There goes this.
So that's the cute cup. It's great for your coffee.
There's.
And it's like, you can do I call it the 4-finger hold. It's nice and substantial. I love it. So that's the Cottage box. Next year we're going to do 4 releases. A Valentine's, a 4th of July, a fall or Halloween. I haven't decided. I'm still looking at fabric lines that are coming out next year. And then a Christmas one. So there'll be 4. And it's not a subscription where you just automatically get it. We just do it first come, first serve basis. And because I know not always you want every season. So that's that. The other thing we wanted to talk about is next month, instead of Free Pattern Friday, I have a really awesome block of the month planned. It's going to be completely free.
Now, is this for the beginning of the year or next month as in you're
How do
gonna
we
do
sign
one
up
in
for,
December?
someone said, how do we sign up for the boxes and how much is it?
So the boxes, it's first come, first serve. And the price, honestly, it depends on how much I put in that month. Christmas, I kind of do a little bit more because, like, let's face it, we all love Christmas
And we all
stuff.
love surprises.
Yes.
You can, and someone said, can you buy it now?
There are a few in my shop.
So
still.
I linked it above. So if you can, I don't know if you can scroll up on the comments. I'm pretty sure you
Okay.
can. There's a link.
In our Etsy shop.
Yeah.
Okay. So next year, instead of Free Pattern Friday, we're doing a free block of the month program. I have not decided whether to keep it a mystery or if you guys want to see the design beforehand. If you want to give us your 2 cents, I would love it. Because I haven't made the final decision. But it's really pretty and it can be used with any fabrics. So we are going to do kits and we'll have more details later, but let us know. Do you want it to be a mystery? Do you want to know what it looks like? So.
And we'll probably, most likely we'll have kits. Did
Yeah,
you
I
say
said that.
Okay.
Okay. So just a few other things. A program we're going to be launching next year is called the Mug and a Rug program. So in previous boxes, everybody loves these mugs. So we did a Halloween one. This one was last Christmas. We have our pens in here. Sorry, I'm like super close. So the Mug and a Rug program, we're gonna do 4. I guess we're gonna do it 4 times, and we're gonna do it seasonally. And you'll get the mug, and you'll get a mini quilt / mug rug kit So it's going to be a super fun program that we're launching next year, and we're really excited about it. Yeah. So hang on. Let's finish this, and then we'll do our first giveaway.
Okay.
We're launching a new website. It's going to be ready by the first of the year. We were going to try and launch it for this, but we're not quite ready. Okay, that's all I had to say. So the first thing we're going to give away, we have lots of little scrap bags, and they're mostly from quilts that we've made, and we keep the scraps of that fabric all together. This one is a poppy cotton fabric scrap bag.
You'll see a quilt that's done in it.
Yes, we have a quilt to show with this. So to enter, how are we doing that?
So, that'll be the giveaway number 1, right?
Yes.
Katie wrote it down, didn't you?
Yeah, so you're only eligible for 1 giveaway.
You can only win once.
Okay. And when we call your name if you won, if you could please direct message us your address. And when we are giving it away, you just need to write
The number and
claimed number 1. And whoever is the first one to respond is the one who wins.
And
So-
it's US only.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of giveaways. So if
Yeah.
you're not sure about this, you can wait and see
Yeah.
what the other giveaways are. But one person a giveaway, like you can only
win once.
One giveaway. We got a lot of giveaways. Comment the number of the giveaway and claim, and the first person to claim it gets it. So
Okay.
On your marks, get set, go!
We all have the same laugh. You probably will
So-
notice that.
Emily's watching
the
that.
first person to say claim number 1 is Lynn Lou. So you have to
Hi,
write
Lynn.
claim number 1. Lynn Lou. I'm gonna write that down.
Yep.
Katie's writing it down, I think.
Oh, are you writing it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, we're going to start with the good stuff now. If you have questions about the quilt, feel free to ask them. I will try and answer them the best I can. Some of these quilts were made like 2 or 3 years ago, but we picked ones that
top
we really
ones.
love. So, alright, so this first quilt is Pinwheels and Posies. This is fat quarter friendly. This version was made with Bonnie and Camille fabrics, which I am a hoarder of their fabrics. Just ask
Mom.
anybody here. Anyway, so this is a really fun version of Pinwheels and Posies. Super bright. It reminds me of summer, and fat quarter friendly. I would say you need to be kind of really comfortable with quilting because there's a lot of planks to match up, but a super cute, that would look cute in any fabrics.
And then we're gonna link the patterns also as we're doing this. So
Well,
if you like
which pet?
it, you can click it and go buy it in her Etsy shop.
And if I know the name of the fabric, I will tell you. Some of it you can probably still get, some of it you probably cannot.
Do you
So,
want to let them know that there are going to be some things so?
yeah, we will be selling some of the samples. We will be working on listing them this weekend. So you can stop by the shop and see if there's something that you want to get. They would make great Christmas gifts. This next quilt is called Pine Valley. Do you want to lift it up
Which
a little bit more?
Lift it.
I don't know. Emily, does that look good?
Amazing.
Like, are we?
Yes, that's
okay.
good. Yeah.
Because this camera, it looks... Okay. So Pine Valley, I designed this quilt specifically with this fabric in mind. I believe it's called Wild at Heart, Riley Blake Designs. And I really fell in love with this design because it would be like amazing as a Christmas quilt. This fabric is great for boys, and this would be a great boy quilt. It's a nice lap size, and we backed it with Cuddle, which is a favorite of ours to back quilts with. So we do a lot of like table toppers, table runners, and the reason I like doing those, when I started designing, like I designed full-size quilts, but as I got more into it, I found it more satisfying to design smaller things because I was a really busy mom, and something like this I could make and finish and feel so accomplished rather than a huge quilt that it just took forever to make. And anyway, so I love designing small things, and you'll see a lot of smaller projects. So this is called, of course, this is the one we didn't write the back on. We just took this off the wall. I mean, we labeled everything. Vintage Picnic. Is it Vintage Picnic?
Yeah, I think so.
Vintage Picnic, a star and a star pattern. And then we created a fun border with these stars. We've made this in Christmas fabric, which is super cute. And you could also take this middle block by itself and repeat it into a quilt. So you really can make it your own, or even repeat the entire thing. It'd be super
Someone
cute.
asked, when you back with Cuddle, do you use batting?
Yes, I always use batting in my quilts.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's flannel, cotton, or Cuddle. So.
Yeah.
And sometimes I double bat. And the reason I would double bat, like I double batted my bed quilt because I wanted it to be super heavy. Also, some small projects I double bat just for, it's like you can really see the quilting better. So those are reasons why I would double bat a quilt. This little mini is called Mayberry. It comes in 3 sizes.
Which you'll see them tonight.
Yes. This is the mini version. It uses 2.5-inch squares. Mini charm pack,
Yes.
which I'm obsessed with right now. Like everything I design has a mini charm pack. This is a Lella Boutique line Bloomington, I believe. You could probably still find some of it. In fact, we're gonna do a big Bloomington Fat Quarter Bundle giveaway, so stay tuned. The other sizes are charm pack and layer cake, which you'll see. Okay, so this is called Summertime. This is a table runner pattern. I love using bright, saturated colors. They just make me happy. And this one is all bright reds and greens, and I just adore this pattern. I want to make a whole quilt out of it. I really love this border. It's simple, but it kind of gets, instead of just a plain border, it gives it a little more cuteness. So this is double batted. I don't know if you can see the quilting better because it is double batted.
You can always tell because they're just so much more heavier. And then if you use it on top of, where you don't want it to slide around and move as much,
Yeah.
it does better.
Our mini Starbound, you'll see our regular size Starbound. These are so fun to make. Again, 2.5-inch squares. If you have your scrap bin, you can really whip this up in an hour. Great gifts with a mug, which I'm doing this year for people. This is Secret Garden. This is just, I believe it's an 18-inch block, and I did it as a free pattern Friday last year, but it would make an amazing quilt. So if anyone does that, you have to tag me because I'd love to see it. Just repeat this block. So this is a favorite of mine, this block pattern. It's called All American, and the way I did it is I wanted to create, sometimes when you have a layout that has 4 blocks, you have a lot of empty space right here. So I wanted to create a secondary pattern right here, and so when I designed it in this corner, I made it so it could make this secondary pattern. So it's not. And you'll notice I use a lot of stripes for binding. It just makes me happy, and a lot of gingham for backing. It's my go-to. I don't know why. This is double batted, I can tell. This is Simply Charming. This uses a charm pack, which are 5-inch squares. simple border, but I don't know about you guys, but mini charms and charm packs, 5-inch squares, I like to collect. So if you just want a quick project, this simple granny square block, it's so it's like a timeless block, and I love it so much.
Especially if you have low volume
Yeah,
fabric.
because you can put like a cute little show
Fab-
off fabric in the middle. It's super cute.
Yeah.
This isn't binded yet.
Yeah, there's a few that's not done yet.
My binding fairy is like, I don't know where she went.
No, they're no.
She's my binding fairy.
I'm their sampler maker.
Yes. So this is my rosewood star block in the 16-inch size. So the block pattern comes in 16-inch and 24-inch. And fabric. So we did this as a sample for the new fabric line from Poppy Cotton Woodland Songbirds, which I'm sure you can still find. It's really new. I just love how this turned out. It would be a beautiful baby quilt. And the blocks are actually really fun to put together. Emily's making a quilt out of that block.
Yeah.
This is Hop Into Spring. This was in the Spring Cottage box this year. This fabric, Winifred Rose by Christopher Thompson of Riley Blake Designs. Cutest bunnies. And I really wanted to show that off. It's really perfect for spring. I did the stripy binding. This is just 2 blocks. I love designing quilts that do have 2 blocks because you get either a secondary pattern or you get like this is the secondary pattern of this one because we added these corner squares, so you get like a star right here. So that's one of my favorite things to do, is to design with 2 blocks. This is called Fancy Flowers. This was a really popular Free Pattern Friday that came out last year, or this year. It was this year. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of butterflies too. And I just love, I've seen some people make these in all different fabrics, and it's so pretty. When I designed this, I had the fabric in mind. I liked the dark and the light and the contrast. I don't remember what the fabric line is called, but it is a Moda, a Moda line. So this would be really pretty as a whole quilt as well. And that's one thing about my patterns. If you don't want something small, you can always repeat the block.
Let's give away that one with the quilt.
Oh, okay.
I think it's time for a giveaway.
Okay, let's do a giveaway. We're going to do another scrap bag. This is
Number 2.
number 2. It's about 2 pounds worth of fabric. Scraps, these are from things we've done all year long. We just went through all of our scraps. We had a ton in the shop that they've sold, but we've saved a couple.
And we probably will be doing after the holidays.
Claim 2, Jody Bollick. I hope I'm saying that right. They're going quick, people.
They're going
gotta
quick.
be on your toes.
But anyway, we've got a lot of Christmas scrap,
label that.
and so after the first of the year, we're probably going to do some holiday bundles.
Someone
And
asked how to view on your computer. So I'm watching on a computer. You have to log into Instagram to watch on the computer.
Also, we will be putting the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hopefully this weekend.
Yeah.
This quilt is not quilted yet. We're hoping to get this quilted very soon. This was a sew-along that my friend Mandy did out of one of my patterns. It's Seeing Stars. The original, this is what's on the pattern cover.
Yeah.
I think it's called Something Blue by Christopher Thompson. He is really great at making gorgeous blue prints. You'll see I have another quilt of his fabric. I love this quilt. The blocks are big, so you can really show off some big prints. And it's one of my favorites. We used the cross-stitch background that's Lori Holt's. One of my favorite backgrounds to use. This is gonna be gifted this year, so we gotta get it quilted. I love designing simple quilts that really show off fabric lines. This one is called Brickwork, and sometimes you don't see a lot of great boy quilts.
Yeah.
And so we did this one. This was a sports line from Riley Blake a couple years back, and I love the dark sashing. I kind of shy away from darker background fabric because I like the cleanness of white,
crisp.
and it's crisp.
Yeah.
That makes fabric pop. But in this case, I really love the navy. We quilted it with footballs. It's super cute. We used a Riley Blake basic for the background or the backing. This is one of my favorite lines that came out a few years ago. Oh, it's so cute. It's like vintage surfboards, vintage buses.
Reminds me of Back to the Beach.
Yes.
Who's seen that movie?
Yeah. Has anyone seen Back to the Beach?
Please say yes, because it's a great old movie.
I don't know about great,
It's
but
a cheesy movie that's awesome.
Emily and I used to sit at home and watch that movie over and over.
Yeah.
Okay, this is matchsticks, and one of my favorite things about this quilt is it's big, but it only uses one layer cake, which is 10-inch squares, and background fabric and a border, and you get a really this is
huge.
Big.
2 people
That
could
was
fit in this.
my very first pattern I ever did.
Yes.
Very, very simple with a.
Because
A
you're not-
beginner can do
yeah.
it.
You're not matching up a lot of you're not matching up points. You're not gonna mess up.
It's an easy one.
This one is Jumping Jacks. This is from a few years ago. It's super bright, super happy. I think the fabric line is called Happy something. In fact, I can't remember, but it's a few years old. We have another project to show with this block pattern. It's called Jumping Jacks. And yeah, that one's super bright and happy. So this one, Lori Holt came out with a fabric line Autumn Love, and I just loved the colors in it. And so I kind of designed this quilt with that fabric in mind. I took the oranges out of the fabric line because I wanted, you could use this for whenever. Emily said it reminds her of elementary school because it's I don't know, it's so bright and
Just fun.
kind of, when she said that, I'm like, yeah, it kind of does. It's called Blossom, and it's a fun design with kind of an economy block center, and then the sashing creates these hourglass blocks. It's a nice size quilt. So Charming Charlie, I think it was probably the second pattern I printed, and it was my favorite. This is the original.
It's named after Charlie.
It's named after my son, even though this is really florally and
Yeah.
but my son's name is Charlie, and I've named a quilt after each of my kids except Hannah. I haven't gotten to hers yet. Nothing has clicked yet for her name for a pattern. But this uses a charm pack, and 2, and the pattern has, I actually added more size options with the last print. This fabric was a favorite of mine when it came out. It's called Flower Mill by Corey Yoder. It's kind of hard to find now, but any of her fabric would look fabulous in this.
And it's so universal. It could be for boy or girl with any fabric.
Yes.
We've done I can't tell you how many we've made of these.
I love, I've done smaller ones and done them as baby gifts. If you're a quilter, you probably have charm packs on hand. So it's a great quilt. I do want to mention I have all the patterns in the shop 25% off, just for this event. So if anything catches your eye, This is called Tilt-A-Whirl. The fabric is Early Bird by Bonnie and Camille. I really love designing this quilt, and I think I actually, when I designed it, I had this fabric in mind. Some people, I get asked, like, do you design the pattern first, or do you look at the fabric and then design a pattern? And honestly, it happens both ways. So sometimes I'll get sent a line of fabric and they'll say, can you design a quilt with this fabric? And I do it that way. Or sometimes I call it my like creative mojo. I like get into these like periods of creativity and I'll like design and design and design with no fabric in mind. And then a fabric line.
They just go in the file.
Some never to be seen again. But a fabric line will come along and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the perfect pattern for that fabric. And so sometimes it's the fabric that inspires me. Sometimes I just get into a designing mood and I just design and design and like my mom said, that goes into like
goes into
a folder, and sometimes I'll look back in the folder and I'm like, wow, that's really cute. Like I can't really. Anyway, so I had this fabric. Like I designed this with this fabric in mind. The thing I love about this, it's super, like, it kind of looks a little complex, but it's really not. It's strip, well, it's, I can't even remember.
I was just going to say, I can't remember.
It's been so long. It's half square triangles, I believe, that we've sewn corner square triangles on.
This is going to make us want to make another one, because I think we've only made this one.
No. Mom's made a Tilt-A-Whirl.
I have?
I don't know.
She made one this summer.
Oh, we'll have to look back, but
we're all like so many quilts.
It was that bad girl. I remember like this bad girl bundle. I'm pretty sure, didn't you make Tilt-A-Whirl out of that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, the bad girl bundle.
I'm not sure. Anyway.
It was like at the beginning.
I saw so much and they're like, why can't you remember, Mom? And I was like, well,
should we do another giveaway?
Yes, absolutely.
So to do a giveaway, if you're new and just getting on, you have to, right when we announce what it is, you gotta say claim number 3 and then direct message us your address. People are already claiming, so what are we giving away?
We didn't announce what we were giving away.
I know. Another poppy cotton scrap bundle. So...
okay, so the first person, Stitchin' Cahoots, so Stitchin_Cahoots.
I feel like I'm talking really fast, so.
Wow, you guys a lot of quilts.
I know.
You keep talking.
We just kept stacking them, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. Are you ready to move on?
Yes.
Here, I don't know. You might want to check
I'll
the
make
name.
sure.
And then here, label that too.
Alright, so this quilt is called Framed. It's Jelly Roll Friendly or 2.5 inch strip. My mom actually made this version out of fat quarters because we did not have Jelly Roll of this fabric. This is another poppy cotton line.
This has got to be one of my favorites.
It is so farmhousey. I love it. I think the name is Farmhouse Floral. It
was really weird because when we first got the fabric, we was like, oh, that's really pretty. And then I was like, it'll be one that we'll make and give away or whatever. And then when we put it in this design,
so pretty.
It makes the fabric just
beautiful. We used an ivory background color, which I almost exclusively use one specific background color. But this, it's so pretty. I love it. This one is also being gifted this year.
So people aren't liking that they're doing claim. So the next giveaway, I think we should ask a question and the first person to answer the question. Okay. We're new at this, so don't judge.
Sorry. I know, I was worried about that because I'm like, what if somebody's like really slow at typing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that way they can't like write it before you
Oh,
say.
okay.
So we'll ask a question, and the first person to answer the question.
Oh, talk about putting me on the spot.
Yeah, we gotta think of.
We gotta
Okay.
keep it fair and change it up.
Yes.
So,
And I'm gonna take a quick drink.
Do we want to do the giveaway for
Yeah.
fabrics? So
We will be doing another giveaway after we talk about this quilt. This is.
Do you have a question in mind?
I'll be thinking of it as we're talking.
yeah.
Oh
Hopefully.
dear.
I really can't do two things at once, so no. This is crisscross. It's my latest printed pattern. This fabric just came out by Christopher Thompson. It's called Blue Stitch. Like I said, he designs the most beautiful blue fabric. I think this is his third line that's like almost all blue, and I love it.
Yeah, it turned out
So elegant
absolutely
looking.
beautiful.
This pattern, it's so like, I want to say timeless again because it has the simple chain block with the grounding square block, and I honestly could see this quilt like as a vintage quilt, this design, and I love it so much. I think the original version, we don't have it, we didn't bring it out, but I liked this one because it's so striking. The original we did with more pastel colors, which was also pretty, but I love the striking white with the darker colors. So,
I thought of a question.
all right, Katie thought of a question.
So we're like huge animal lovers, cat and dog, and what do you prefer, cats or dogs?
And show them what they'll get. You'll get a scrap.
Okay, so we have a scrap bundle of the Blue Stitch.
So,
fabric.
first person to say what they prefer, cat or a dog. Cat or a dog. Oh, we got someone claiming. K. Nelson 213 dog.
Okay, if somebody can name both of my dogs' names, I will give them 2 patterns of their choice. My 2 dogs' names. You have to get both of them right.
So here.
Write that down.
It was.
So you can pick 2 patterns if you know the names of my dogs, which I love my dogs so much. They're both sleeping.
Let's see.
We
no
all
one's
did.
answered. Benny and Zoe.
Who was it? Who was it?
Lee Gordon 10. L.E.
Yes.
Gordon 10.
Linda, I believe.
So she wants to message us what patterns.
Message me what patterns you want. Oh, I'm so glad somebody knew. I love my dog so much. Okay. Okay, we just showed another version of this quilt, the Lori Holt colors. So I had my aunt make this in a Corey Yoder line. Strawberry. Something strawberry, I think. I don't remember. Sorry. I'm really bad at remembering. But she made it a little bit smaller, and I love how it turned out. It's so bright and cheery.
Well, and she didn't do this second border. Like there was, on the other one it had the skinny borders where this finished out.
Yeah.
And this one we just decided to put just the regular border on.
Yeah. So, really any fabric. I did a purple version. If you know me, I do not like purple. In fact, I don't know that you'll see anything with purple on this table.
Strawberry jam. by
Maybe
Corey
in the
Yoder.
Halloween
Yes,
section.
Strawberry Jam by Corey Yoder. Purple only belongs in Halloween. Just kidding.
I agree.
Okay, so Pinwheels and Posies. This was the original version. This was a Riley Blake line from a few years back, and I think this was a design, if I remember right, that I had designed already and then was shown the fabric, and I loved. I just knew it had to be this quilt. This is Cross My Heart.
I love this.
We've only made one of these, and why is that, Mom?
Because Mom don't like making this block.
We actually, when we were getting everything out today, I'm like, we are gonna make this in all Valentine's fabric this
Which
year.
would be adorable and beautiful.
And I think I'm gonna be the one making it.
It's either that or we're gonna send it away to have it made.
And I actually get asked this a lot if this has Y seams, and it's not. It's traditionally pieced. One thing about all my quilt patterns, they're all traditionally pieced with easy methods. I don't, like I said before, I wanted to do things that didn't take like a ton of time and that I felt, you know, it was satisfying to get things done quicker. And so you probably could make this with a Y seam, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's traditionally pieced.
It's not gonna beat me. I'm sure I'm gonna try it again.
I think she had to unpick like 3 times.
Yeah, it was not a happy.
Okay. All right, this is Mayberry, and this is the giant size, using layer cake squares. If you need a quilt that is like a quilt in a day, this is it.
One.
It becomes a really good size. It's nice size, 10-inch squares, a little bit of sashing, and then the border, and you have a fabulous quilt, a wedding quilt. If you're into giving quilts for weddings, this would make a really great one. The line is Poppy Cotton, Cherished Moments, I believe. Poppy Cotton has several lines coming out next year that are like really cute, and I've ordered a lot of their stuff just recently. Okay. This is the original Starbound. No, it's not.
No.
The original Starbound was a Christmas line, which we'll be showing. I think we have it buried under here. This is with Corey Yoder fabric. She's one of my other designers that I pretty much buy anything she comes out with. And I have a huge bucket of her stuff. But this is a combination of a couple lines. Lulu something. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm horrible at remembering the names. But this is another quilt that is a nice size, and it uses a layer cake. You can use a layer cake or charm packs and a little bit of yardage for the stars. So, and it comes out really like a nice size. This quilt was my very first printed pattern. It's called Layer Cake Lattice. And I love this quilt because it's one block, but it looks kind of complicated, but it's just rotated. So Emily is working on a Layer Cake Lattice right now. But this was a line by Basic Gray. I think it was called Biscuits and Gravy several years ago. But it's a pattern that...
Is it Jelly Roll?
Layer cake.
Layer cake, that's right.
And that's another thing is I love making quilts with pre-cuts because you get to use the whole line of fabric without spending a fortune like on a fat quarter bundle. If you buy the layer cake, you get a little bit of everything. This is Cornerstone. This is made with a fat 1/8 bundle. I know those aren't like super popular, but I was kind of on a kick of buying fat 1/8 bundles. And I'm like, I really should design something that uses a fat 1/8. And this is a Lella Boutique line from, I think, last year or the year before. And it's...
Makes a nice size for being a fat 8. I mean, it's got a nice size border, but it does.
Yeah. And I love the block. You can make this with any fabric. It would be a great boy quilt because it's really simple, clean lines. So this is the original framed. Also, this is the first quilt I tried micro quilting. And that's basically really close together quilting. We have a long arm machine with a computerized system so we can enlarge or shrink the design as big or as small. that will fit our machine, obviously. And
So the middle square, if you put a quarter in the middle, that's how the middle square is.
so I remember my mom making this, and I think she had. Were you here when I quilted this?
Yes.
You were. It literally took me like a whole weekend.
Yeah, it took more than a couple days
because
to get through this.
But I love it. I love the texture that it gives, and some people are really like into dense quilting. I love it for I love the look of it, but I don't necessarily love having a really dense quilt as like a cuddling quilt.
Yeah. Now this is 2 jelly rolls, right?
Yes. So
and this is actually 2 different lines.
This is 2 jelly rolls from. One jelly roll was from Lella Boutique, the other was Corey Yoder, and there's purple in this quilt, you guys, but it's a really interesting shade. No, I actually had my mom take all the purple out, but then we didn't have enough strips, and so she had to use the purple.
Yeah.
But I always get comments on this quilt because it's just really striking. I love how it looks. I don't design a lot of jelly roll patterns. I think I've only designed 2, but I love this one. This is called Bloom. This is fat quarter friendly. These are giant blocks. Really easy quilt to put together. The pattern actually has 2 layouts. We're only showing this one.
Yeah, my other one's upstairs. We didn't get that.
Oh, okay. The other one is on point, and it makes an entirely different design.
Look, yeah.
So, this one's a really fun one. This is fig tree fabric.
It'd be a good pattern if you wanted to showcase your fabric.
Do you guys have another question? I think it's time for a giveaway.
All right, yeah, let's do another giveaway.
Someone asked, what brand is your long arm?
My brand of long arm is Handy Quilter, and I do get that question asked a lot, and why I picked Handy Quilter. And the main reason is because we have a dealer here, like 15 minutes away, and they are really amazing to work with. If you are in Southern Utah or Utah in general, you should definitely hit them up if you're thinking about getting a long arm machine. It's the Sewing Center. The Sewing Center, I think is the name. They just were so helpful. And anytime we have questions, I've never had any like issues with my machine, and we've had it for how long?
If we've ever had an issue, it's usually user error.
Yes. No, but so this is what I recommend about long arm quilting if you're thinking about getting a machine. This is my like go-to answer. We got our machine without the computerized program first. And the reason we did that is because it's a huge investment. And we
Don't know if you're going to like it and do it.
We were like, we're testing out the waters. So we went with buying just the machine without the computer. So it's all hand-guided quilting. We did that for about a year, and we got a really great client base, and we're like, I think it's time to upgrade.
Yeah.
So then we upgraded to the computer because basically it's the same price, like it's double getting the computer. So it was worth it. If you're doing it as a job, I would say go do Pro Stitcher. That's the program that does the computerized. If you're doing it for like a hobby and you don't want to spend a ton of money, I would say just get, I have an Avante and I love it. So if you have any long arming questions, you can message me or ask them here.
Okay, we're gonna do this for the giveaway. What's the...
Okay, so we're giving away a $25 gift card to our Etsy shop. And the question is, do you like, should it be like a tricky question, like they have to really think to answer it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's try it and see how well people are. It's $25 in your shop.
I can't think like that, you guys. I'm just kidding.
Do you prefer tabletoppers? Dead air.
It's not that hard, you guys. Katie?
What? A question?
Yeah.
Favorite holiday to sew?
Yeah.
Favorite holiday to sew?
That's the question.
$25 gift card to our Etsy shop. What's your favorite holiday to sew?
Halloween / Christmas for me. Actually, probably Halloween.
Mine is Christmas.
Heather.Hanslick says Christmas.
I will tell you guys something. I look at everything in terms of Halloween. Like, if I can use that fabric for Halloween. I just love it so much. Okay.
So, if you're new to the giveaways, just direct message us what you want. We're also keeping notes and tabs.
And you have to be in the U.S.
Yeah.
U.S. only. Sorry.
Alright, guys. So this is star-crossed. This was a line of fabric from Riley Blake called Jubilee, I believe. Super bright. So when we went to go take pictures of this quilt, funnily enough, in the sunlight, there's two different whites.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot
Raise
about
your
that.
hand if you've pieced a quilt and you accidentally used two different whites.
Lights. Or like, yeah. Oh.
One is very creamy and one is bright white. I don't know if you can tell in this light.
Yeah, I can tell if I look at it.
I can't
When you take it outside, it's a whole different story.
Yeah.
So I almost exclusively use, now, we kind of learned our lesson.
Yeah. Because when I'm sewing samples and stuff,
She just grabs from a scrap bin.
Yeah, I just grab from the white scrap bin, and I don't, you don't know.
So this is what I recommend if you can, is stick to your favorite, if you love using white background, stick to your favorite one, and just, that's what you get.
Yeah.
Because inside, you can't always tell that this is two different background fabrics. Like, I don't think you could probably tell on the video, but...
Lesson learned.
So this is our original nesting stars. I'm trying to think if I designed this before the fabric or after the fabric came out. I don't really remember, but I fell in love with this fabric line, Nest by Lella Boutique. I think it's my favorite line she's designed. Nesting Stars has been a really great pattern for us. It is...
We've done sew-alongs.
We've done a sew-along. It's just a really striking pattern, and I think my mom has made like 6 of these. Yeah.
And the last one I made, I didn't bring it down to show, but the last one I made, I did it out of Civil War fabric. And if you know Lindsey and her designs, we tend to go with bright colors.
I don't like dark.
She don't like dark
fabrics.
like the Civil War and stuff. And I do. And
I don't want to say I don't like. It's just
not her.
Not my style.
Yeah. And so anyway, I did a Civil War one, and I made it big enough to fit. I mean, I did like an extra row on the side and on top, so it's really big, and it turned out.
It's very pretty. It's very, very rich in colors. She does love collecting reproduction prints, and
someone asked, what white do you use?
I use, and what I have found that I love the feel of it. I love, it's not a bright white and it's not like super cream. It's Bella Solids Off-White, number 9900-200. If you get kits from us, that's the color you're gonna get. The reason I love that one, and I have people tell me all the time and ask me, because when they fill it, it just has a really great fill, and it goes with so many tones of what, like colors. Yeah. It's not too creamy and it's not too bright white.
Someone asked how much the pattern is for Nesting Star.
$9, but it's 25% off in the shop right now.
And then let's see, the other question someone was asked, what is the skill level for that quilt, the Nesting Star? Everyone loved that one, so.
I would say you have to be pretty, like, not a beginner. Yeah. I think it's too difficult. You would get really frustrated. there's a lot of trimming, and that can be very frustrating to beginner quilters. Ask Emily. Like, we started trimming all of her stuff in the beginning because, like, I think she was just, like, scared.
And now we're forcing her to.
Now we're like, you're trimming and whether you like it or not. But, like, it's a lot of cutting, a lot of piecing. So I would definitely say you have quite a bit of quilting under your belt for that one.
Other one said, how do you decide which colors to use where in Nesting Stars?
Well, I use a program called EQ8, and it allows you to download the fabrics into the program and color your design with the fabrics. So when I have, my mom sews the shop samples a lot of the time, and to help her, I color the quilt how I want it to look. So even if you're not like a quilt pattern designer, EQ8 is a great tool to use to do fabric placement. I know I did a couple YouTube tutorials on EQ8. You can look back on our YouTube channel to see those, but I actually really recommend investing in that program because one, like, I get questions all the time, like, I want this block to be this size, can you help me? Well, I wish I could do that for everybody, but unfortunately I can't. But if you have that program, you could design the block in there and then reset and put the size you want, and it will tell you how to, like, what size to cut it. Also, just like, how it helps you color your quilts and where to put fabrics. And I will say, sometimes we kind of go by the seat of our pants, and I don't do that, and it's fine. But if you're doing a quilt like that, that's so much work, I would definitely take the time and plan out each block. So,
someone asked if it's in PDF. Yes, it's
PDF.
in PDF and paper.
Yes.
So this one is?
This is Dashing. This is a Jelly Roll friendly quilt. Really simple, kind of modern. I did this in Valentine colors, not this one. This is a Corey Yoder line, but it looked like cookie sprinkles.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know where that quilt is. We were like, where is it? I don't know where
Which
it is.
one?
This one in Valentine's Day fabrics.
Yeah, I don't know what
I did with it.
To someone.
I could have given it away. That's the best thing, is giving quilts.
Also, your strawberry runner we don't have because I think you gave that away.
Oh, that's right.
That's a cute one.
I will say, I love giving quilts. There's just no better feeling than giving a quilt, something handmade to somebody. So, this is window pane. Again, this fabric is what inspired this pattern. Riley Blake sent me the fabric images for this, and it's Wizard of Oz fabric, which is so cute. The illustrations are to die for, and I really wanted to showcase the fabric. So this pattern is great for those prints that you really want to showcase. The great thing about this pattern, there's not sashing. It's two different blocks that make the unique look of windows, which I love.
And then also when we do quilting,
sometimes we piece our backs.
We piece our backs, and then so this is one that we just put the big piece in the middle.
We had a lot of extra yardage because this is a directional border. So
yeah.
This is window pane too. This was made with Singing in the Rain by
It's not binded yet.
Flamingo Toes. I love her fabric. She always has cute little motifs in her fabric. Rain boots, umbrellas. This is a darling little girl quilt. So my mom saves these quilts and puts them in a trunk for future grandchildren.
Actually, be great-grandchildren.
Great-grandchildren, sorry.
Okay, so we are headed to...
Okay, we're going to be doing holiday quilts now, which is my favorite thing to do. I love designing for specific holidays. I love going around my house and putting little table toppers, table runners, quilts, everywhere. They're in every corner of the house. Also, quilts are everywhere.
Yeah.
My kids, we have a huge basket of quilts. It's free game.
Yeah.
I don't have any quilts. Like, these are kept in tubs because we keep them for samples. But I always say when I give a quilt is I want you to use this quilt. I don't want you to just
Put it on the couch.
put it on the couch and have it look pretty. I want it to be used. I make them to be used. I don't have one quilt that I own that's not used. So,
I think we should do another giveaway.
okay, giveaway time. Let's do like a tricky question.
Oh, okay. I had an easy question.
Oh, you had an easy question?
It's easy. So, I don't know about you guys, but I live in Las Vegas and I'm a huge soda drinker. And I cannot find Diet Coke or my Diet Dr. Pepper anywhere. But my question is we have a lot of viewers that are all over the US right now. Do you call it soda or do you call it pop?
Or soda pop.
Or soda pop. What do you call it?
What do I call it? I think I just call it soda.
Soda. For me.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that is a scrappy bag of
Pine, or not Pine Valley.
That's the Pine Valley quilt.
Brave at Heart. Nice big scrap bag.
Stacy. Pure Pump.
Pierpont.
Pure Pump.
I know who that is. She is a...
Everyone is saying soda so far. Soda. There's one pop. Soda. Oh, cola.
Oh, cola, yeah.
Yep,
That's a good one.
One of my earliest memories is drinking my grandpa's Diet Coke from his mug.
Yeah.
He had a red cup, and I would
Steal it.
sneak. He would leave it on the counter, and I would go in and sneak and drink it.
Yep.
I don't like Coke. It's disgusting to me. Today.
Tonic. In Massachusetts.
Oh, I haven't heard that before. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're starting with a few Valentine's Day projects. This is Heart Crossing. It's a little tiny one. Great table topper. This was a line of fabric from Riley Blake, I think 2 years ago. This was in this year's Cottage box, Valentine's Cottage box. It's called Lovely Lattice. It reminded me of the top of a pie. I don't know why. Like a lattice pie, like when you put lattice on the pie. But they're these cute hearts in a fun design.
Talking about pie, I don't know if people watched the Floss Tube and you asked for favorite pies. A lot of people said they hated mincemeat.
What is mincemeat?
What is a mincemeat pie? Like, what is that?
Also, what's your favorite pie for Thanksgiving? Like, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving next week, what is your favorite pie? If this is not connected to a giveaway, I just want to know because we're really serious pie people.
Another person said tonic. I've never heard soda called tonic. That's so interesting.
I'll have to start calling it that.
I need to go get my tonic. Okay. We do soda runs all the time. Okay, this is Love Struck. You guys, I fell in love with this fabric line. It was a me and my sister line from 2 years ago. And it is just darling fabric. There's nothing quite like a red and white quilt. It's classic, timeless, and...
Mincemeat has raisins in it.
Ew.
That does sound gross.
Like a raisin pie?
It's like a raisin pie?
Yeah.
Wait, you know what a mincemeat pie is?
Well, I knew it was either raisins or dates. I was.
Have you had one?
Yes, and I.
You didn't like it.
I want to make one just to
It
try
says
it.
mincemeat is very rich.
Like, does it have meat?
No.
Then why is it called mincemeat?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. My favorite pie, by the way.
It's dried fruits is what people are basically saying.
Okay.
My favorite pie.
I thought you said apple.
Apple. I can't eat pecans anymore. I'm allergic, so I'd have to say apple. But really cheesecake. But is cheesecake a pie?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
This, I don't really know what I was saying. I'm thinking about pie. Okay. This has scrappy sashing, which I don't do all the time, but for this quilt, I love it. So.
And it's real the cute dot to dot fabric.
Yes, this is.
You might need to bring that closer.
Yeah, it was really fun. I remember Avery, she wanted to take a pen to it.
She actually wanted to do the dot to dots.
Yeah. So.
Such a clever design.
Yeah, it is cute.
All right, this is Lucky Charm. This could be made with any fabric. You can make this into an entire quilt. I love the monochromatic color scheme of this. This is Lori Holt Fabrics and Blossom, which is a Riley Lake Basic. So that was Zoe. Zoe, are you so excited?
She doesn't know what to do with herself. She keeps laying around everywhere.
She is a Velcro dog. She wants to be by you at all times. Okay, this is Jumping Jacks. I'm sorry, Zoe. Come here, come here. Well, you got to. Okay, this is Zoe. This is Jumping Jacks. We have it upside down, I think. We showed you the quilt earlier.
Yeah,
I loved it in patriotic fabric. I know.
yeah. Makes a nice
Honestly,
runner.
I actually want to revisit that design and do it. Both things I've made out of that, it's been really busy. So
Make it
I
more
think,
simpler.
yeah, I think it would be really cute. Okay, you gotta get down.
Okay.
This is Star Spangled. I fell in love with this fabric. It's by Minnick and Simpson. And this would make an amazing quilt with this block repeated. We just made a Christmas version of this. Emily did. And we're going to show it in a little bit, but I just love this one. So I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but I did not have my Let Freedom Ring quilt done.
Well, she's still doing the sew along with it.
I'm doing the sew along. I have all my rows done. I just can't find the time to piece it all together.
Zoe.
My mom was the pattern tester on this, and this quilt, I basically designed it in an afternoon. I just like, earlier when I was like, I get my like creative mojo going, it just like kind of flowed, and I love it. She did hers, oh. She did hers in reproduction prints / laundry basket quilt fabrics. I love the color palette in this. It's so pretty. And the quilting, I love it too. It's flowers and stars, which I loved. I thought it was perfect for this. She still has to bind it.
Yep. I'm behind.
Oh, so. This is a block pattern in my shop that I turned into a table runner. Oh, there's a big ol'. Okay, I use this.
There's a stain.
There is a stain, you guys. Okay. But
Okay, we use it.
I know I use it on a table. So, really fun pattern. I've always said I want a whole quilt out of this. Have I done it yet? No, but I will one day. Oh, this is the same pattern. This was the original. It's out of Fig Tree. Just a tiny block. You guys were doing the Halloween quilts, which are my favorite. This is just a simple star topper. Like I said before, sometimes it's just nice to do like really simple things. Like I had this hanging down in my entry and it was so cute. Any holiday, any colors, you could make that.
Someone said any tips for getting stains out?
Mom?
I don't know.
Okay, I have to tell you a secret. I do not do the laundry in my house.
And has never.
My husband is the laundry person.
No,
I don't know if anyone knows.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
If anybody knows,
Comment.
comment. Our quilts that we use every day, we wash them all the time just with regular detergent.
Detergent.
Tide.
Stuff.
We use Tide.
Yeah.
So, this is Happy Harvest.
I love that.
This, oh my gosh, I love this so much. This is this was All Hallows Eve, the original, the first printing. And I remember when I ordered the fabric, I didn't order enough. And we didn't have very many kits. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like kicking myself because I just love this fabric so much. So when they decided to do a reprint, I ordered all of us a fat quarter bundle.
And this is Emily, but I love fig tree.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much.
I don't know about you guys, but there's certain designers I just like hoard and really connect with their designs. So let's do that. Who is your favorite fabric designer that's your go-to that you just buy pretty much everything?
Away?
We will give away
Let's do this.
Bloomington fat quarter bundle. This is like a 30 or 40 piece fat quarter bundle, never been opened. Lella Boutique.
Jen period card said Corey Yoder.
Oh, Jen, I love you. Because she's mine too. I have two. Well, three.
Or 4.
I love Corey Yoder. I have my Corey Yoder stash. I have my Bonnie and Camille stash. And I have Fig Tree stash. 4th would be Lori Holt. No particular order. I love all of these. But I've been collecting more and more Lori Holt. So this was the first Cottage box pattern. We did a Halloween.
No,
Other way.
upside down. Sideways.
One more.
There you go.
I just poked myself. Okay. This was the first Cottage box. You guys, Halloween is my favorite.
Oh, someone said Lindsay is your favorite designer. But I mean, that was fabric designer, wasn't it? Wasn't that
Yeah.
what you were
Thank you. Maybe one day I'll design fabric, but I don't know. This is Hocus Pocus, and I just love Halloween, you guys. In fact, I had so many Halloween like quilty things, I couldn't even put them all up in my house this year. So it's just something I love, and this, I'm gonna remake this again. There's some really cute Halloween lines that will be coming out next year, so. This was this year's Cottage box, Spooktacular Stars. It uses a mini charm pack and some yardage for the border. This would be great for any fabric, any holiday, and you can make it into like a normal size quilt if you just made more blocks, so. Zoe, she seriously just wants attention all the time. Just come lay down right here. This is my 4 square pattern. I designed this with a layer cake in mind. So it's layer cake friendly. There's 2 size options on the pattern. This was a Halloween line from a couple of years ago, but we've made this pattern with like boy fabric. We've done a Christmas one. We've done, what other ones? We've done, my mom has made a bunch of these because it's so versatile. So purple, but it's Halloween.
And we pieced. See, we got the back.
Don't be afraid to piece your backs.
Yeah, it's fun.
I actually love the look of piece backs. This is my quilt from this year. I took all of our Halloween fabric that we ordered this year pretty much and made a patchwork quilt.
We did sell kits of this, and
I just finished making a Christmas version.
Yeah.
If you're a beginner quilter, I mean, patchwork, you have to be like really accurate with your seam allowance, but there's nothing like a patchwork quilt. It's my favorite thing. And we backed this with, well, my mom and I went to the store, and I knew the quilt was big, and we're like, okay, we just need...
Well, I said, let's get...
She's like, we'll just get 4 yards. And then I'm like, no. And we didn't measure it before we left, because I knew I wanted flannel, and I didn't have any. And I'm like, okay, we'll get... I don't remember how much we got, but we still didn't have enough. So...
We had to improvise.
There's a big stripe of cotton and then flannel. I wanted to use this as a cuddle quilt, but honestly, it is way too big. So it needs to go on my bed for Halloween. It's like so heavy.
Someone said, are the Cottage box patterns available or only in the boxes?
They are available now. I don't normally release them until after the Cottage box. Everyone's had a chance to get a Cottage box. And so the one that went in this year's will be listed probably this weekend, maybe next week, because we're almost sold out. So,
Someone else, sorry. Do you have a sample of your to the nines pattern? We do, and it will be shown with the Christmas here soon.
Yes.
I think that was it. Yeah, those are the 2 questions that were just asked.
Okay. This is Boo Bash. This was a pattern that was designed specifically with this fabric in mind. This is a really vintagey looking fabric by,
I love this.
I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but J. Wrecker Fitch, I don't know. She has a very specific style, like you'll see her fabric and you know that's who designed it. This fabric was super fun to work with. This pattern has done super well. My favorite part are the pumpkin stems, their stripes. We are going to be recoloring this pattern this year with a new fabric line. It's just done so well. It's so great for Halloween, and honestly, I don't know, what would you say skill level for this?
I'd say just...
It's actually not too bad.
It's really not that bad. You just need to be real confident and, in some of your...
This block is probably the hardest, and it's easy. It's, the square and a square.
Yeah.
But I don't know, It's okay. The dogs are getting restless.
I wanted to show them the back.
We did spiderweb quilting.
You're going to have to come closer for that.
It just really having that white on that black.
The dogs are like, we're not getting attention.
Do you pre-wash all your fabric?
No, I do not pre-wash at all. And I would not recommend pre-washing pre-cuts whatsoever. If you do want to pre-wash, you pre-wash your yardage. Flannel does shrink the most probably, but I don't pre-wash my flannel either. I know it's a personal preference. Some people will pre-wash everything. I do not. This is Mayberry, the middle size. So now we've shown all 3 sizes in that pattern. This uses charm packs. This was a Halloween line from this year. Again, Halloween quilts are my fave.
Do you guys have fabric storage tips? No. I can observe that. It is so messy. I feel like it's constant changing.
Okay, so this is how we organize ours. We have specific bins with designers. Like my Bonnie and Camille is all in one bin. Like I do not separate that. But like our Christmas, we keep all together. Our Halloween, we keep all together. And then when my mom is working on a shop sample, she'll keep the scraps of that specific quilt together. And that way...
That's why we do giveaways too. Like if we're like, hey, we're not going to use this.
Yeah. Also, if when I first started quilting, I kept every little scrap. I do not do that now. We do keep it, but we donate it.
Yeah.
There are places that we donate that make.
We've donated to schools. We've donated to the guilds. We've
Yes.
donated. There's been a lot.
There's just. I'm at that point where I don't hang on to everything.
Yeah.
I think I used to because I just couldn't afford to buy fabric,
Yeah.
and so I held on to every little thing. Now, so that's how we do our storage, and then the rest that we keep. Like if there's a specific piece we like, then we color, we do bins, and it's like, this is the green fabric, this is the yellow fabric, this is the pink fabric. So that's how we organize our fabric.
2 people asked do you starch?
Sometimes. So I will be honest with you. In the 3 years that I have been long arming, there's a couple of clients that I had that were major starchers, okay? Their quilts quilted amazingly. Like they were perfect, okay? I personally, I go on and off. Sometimes I use starch, sometimes I don't. Mom?
I'm the same way. It depends if I really want a nice, clean, nice, I don't know.
I think when I'm working with a lot of pieces and it's bulky, I tend to starch because it keeps its shape.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a serial starcher.
No.
But I will say the quilts, the people that have sent us quilts, and I can tell that they've been really starched, they quilt up beautifully. There's no fullness usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They load on the machine really nice.
There's 2 starches that I prefer. Mary Ellen's Best Press is one. And we started buying this other one. It's called Flatter or Flat. I think we have some in the shop.
There's some in the Etsy shop.
It smells really good.
Yeah, you can get
Other
scents or unscented.
Yeah.
So
anyway, okay, we're on to fall, which is
we need to hurry up. I feel like we've been on here forever. Okay, Rosewood Star. We showed you the little mini. This is the 24-inch block. This was used. It was on my kitchen table. I think my son spilled something on here, and I just threw it in the wash really fast, and the stain came out. So, I guess to answer your washing question, this is Autumn Abundance. This pattern, oh, it's so elegant looking and pretty, and this fabric. When I saw this fabric, I'm like, I kind of went crazy buying it, and I'm glad I did because I've used it in so many different things. It's Sandy Gervais. I just love everything she does.
So we are on to Christmas.
Should we do another giveaway?
Yep, because we got Christmas giveaways.
Okay.
What do you want?
This, we can do that Christmas bundle.
Okay. So
This is Urban Chicks. Dear Christmas, the question is...
So if you're just joining, first person to answer gets the giveaway of the question. First person to answer gets the giveaway.
and you need to be in the U.S. and you will what do you say?
DM.
DM
The address to us.
the address.
You could think of a Christmas question.
Favorite Christmas song? Go.
Ooh. I like that. We've been listening to Christmas music.
I've been listening to Christmas music since November 1st.
Favorite Christmas song gets the bundle.
Okay, we...
Okay. So
Jingle bells, traveling, flag girl.
I keep poking myself with the pins. Okay. This is P is for present. This is a great mini. If you love giving quilty
I
gifts,
can't write on that, so write reindeer bundle.
if you love quilty gifts, make one of these. Grab a mug. One of our mugs, if you got a Cottage box. And perfect gifts. I'm doing that for a lot of people this year. This is my tea time block. Comes in 6-inch and 12-inch size. This is a brighter version with fig tree and coriander fabric. And then this is a darker version. I love them both. Great gifts. This is my 6-star runner. Great for a focal print, if you have a fabric that you just love but don't know what to do because it's like a really large print, this is a great option. Sorry, we're going kind of fast now, but I feel like we've been on here forever.
It's been an hour and 25 minutes.
Okay. This is Cinnamon Stars Table Runner, Cinnamon Stars Mini.
They come together in the
I
pattern.
love this pattern. I'm actually going to do a printed version of this pattern.
You can get a PDF in the
It's
shop.
it's available now PDF, but
Yeah.
mini charm pack friendly.
Someone asked, do you accept quilts that are that small? Did you want to mention we are not doing...
Okay. I'm bleeding from that pin. Okay. So we announced a couple weeks ago that we are no longer offering long arm quilting services. It's something we've discussed for about a year now.
It's been hard to decide not to.
It's so great seeing customer quilts come in here and seeing the beautiful work. But it just felt like the right time to pursue other things, which is selling more fabric kits and designing more patterns, which is my passion, is designing. And so I just didn't feel like I could keep up with the quilting and designing. So, no thanks. Rule number 3, don't bleed on the quilt.
Benny
Okay.
is so cute. He
Oh.
showed up finally.
Hey, Benny.
We have a zoo.
This is Oh Christmas Tree. I love this pattern, you guys. This was last year's. This was this year's version with the Dear Christmas, the bundle we just gave away. Great. Holiday project. You could do this with just like neutral fabrics and have it up if like
All year.
if that's your jam, which it's in my mind to do that.
Real
Okay.
quick, someone said, who do you recommend for quilting now that you're not doing it?
There's several long arm quilters that I can recommend. If you DM me, I will be happy to give you a list.
Sounds good.
Here, you hold this one up and the sweet guys.
Sorry, okay, I don't think I'm bleeding either. Okay, Christmas present runner. If you're a beginner quilter and you like kind of want to jump into quilting, this is a
good
great
one.
project.
I made a whole quilt out of it.
And I made the runner last year.
Yes, she
first
did.
time.
This is our best-selling pattern.
Yeah.
My favorite Christmas quilt is made out of this pattern.
Mine too.
I use it every night during Christmas time. This is Joy. This is a pattern I designed a couple years ago. We decided to revamp the pattern because when I first started writing patterns, you kind of have to start somewhere, and you grow as a designer. So we revamped this one. We do have kits still in the shop of this pattern.
Oh, they
Okay.
said show quilt, Emily. Oh, I should have brought it down.
I think
It did turn out very cute, I'm not gonna lie.
we should do another. It's Christmas. We need to do another giveaway.
Okay.
Because it's Christmas time.
$50 gift card to the Etsy shop. What has been your favorite quilt so far? Shown. Favorite quilt shown so far tonight.
First person answer. I think did she already win something?
No.
Are you sure? Okay. Susie, what does that say?
This is going too fast.
Hang on.
Okay.
Well, they'll tell us who won in a second. A couple years ago, I had an obsession with everything tiny.
Susie Elliott, 57.
Okay, Susie Elliott, winner
57.
of the $50
She
gift
said
card.
Joy.
Joy. I love that one. Okay, I had an obsession with tiny blocks. I shared them on my Instagram page, and everybody loved them, so I did compile a pattern.
It was kind of fun because it was like out of the blue. We were up in the shop one night just messing around, and she started off with doing, I don't know which one, and
The star.
yeah, and then it was
You're
like
the present.
and then people were saying, oh, you should do this one, and then you should do this one, and so like by the end of the week, I mean, we had all these little pieces.
And I worked purely from my scrap bin.
Yeah.
Let's go closer so they can see. Super scrappy. All the backgrounds are different colors, different prints. This is truly one of my favorite pieces that I've made. My mom helped make some of the blocks too.
Yeah.
My favorite backing is this Lori Holt. It's gingerbread cookie recipe. Amazing for this quilt. I just love it so much. I don't think it's available still. This was a sew along for last year, a mystery Christmas sew along. Happy Christmas is the pattern name. And again, it just scrappy. I just pulled everything from my scrap bins.
And you know, these are just 2.5 inch squares, and so if you had like
Charm
charm
packs.
packs,
But
then, yeah.
it was so fun to see everybody's version of this last year because everybody had their own take and style. This is Star Spangled. No. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Emily whipped this up. Good job, Emily.
Don't look closely.
We got it. Oh, it's attached. Okay. I love bright, happy Christmas fabrics. So I love how this turned out. The stripy binding was really, I think, kind of completed the look of
Are
it.
there any kits left?
We might have some kits left of that in the shop. This was in the Christmas box last year. I was obsessed with this fabric. Stacy, I don't know how to say her name, Moda. And there are these tiny snow globes, and it was so cute. I have this on, just hanging on a little ladder that I have in my entry. It's really cute. This is around the square. I wanted to create a pattern that has no background fabric. So all it is charm pack squares, 5-inch squares, a border, and then a little bit of yardage.
Alright, some kept asking about this one, right? No,
No.
that's the next one.
The next one.
Okay.
This is just a mini patchwork. I don't even think we have a pattern for this, but we do have some kits. I love layering things on my table, so like I'll have my tablecloth and then this on top with a tray. So don't be afraid to like layer things. I think it creates a lot of dimension, and
So that's to the nines.
this
Someone
is
kept
to the nines.
asking.
This uses mini charm packs, background fabric, and a little extra yardage. Somebody made a whole quilt using this pattern, and it was amazing.
Did they?
Yes,
Oh,
they tagged us, I think.
Yeah, I
I'll have to
shared
look
it
back.
on the story one day.
Super
That's
fun.
To the nines is that pattern.
This is Christmas Wishes. This was a pattern from last year. I'm a fan of giant blocks, so this is just one giant block. If you repeated that in a quilt, it would look really pretty. Bunny Hill fabric. Bunny Hill is another designer that I gravitate towards. I love their stuff.
It was like to the nines would be great with Civil War fabric.
Yes.
it would.
Speaking of which, we watched Little Women yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we were watching Little Women.
The
The old
original.
one.
The original. And I saw a Irish chain quilt, a turn dash quilt, a sawtooth star quilt that was tied, and there was another one that I saw. But I love when I watch like these old movies
Yeah.
and you pick out the quilts. It's like my favorite thing to do. And if you haven't watched Little Women, you should. Such a good movie. Cute movie. This was Free Pattern Friday.
This
I
one.
love
This
I actually
month.
really like that.
It is so simple but striking. We used all Lori Holt fabric from her her most recent line, Prim, which is one of my favorite lines she's designed. And it's so simple, but it's like, I don't know, it's just...
It's eye-catching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emily.
It just really catches the eye.
This is Simply Charming in Christmas fabric. The other line that I've really loved this year is the Christmas card by Sweetwater, another designer that I love. I love getting their stuff. There's nothing like the Granny Square block.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, this is Patchwork Stars, mini charm pack friendly or regular charm packs that you cut up. I love this quilt. Everybody has like said, oh, I want this quilt, oh, I want this quilt. We don't know who's getting it. Maybe we need to like draw straws.
Yeah.
This is my nesting stars that I did the sew along a couple years ago. Fig tree, Christmas.
So pretty.
Yeah.
I love bright reds and greens for Christmas. This is hanging in my entryway.
Yeah.
I love that one. This is, if it's looking a little haggard, it's because this quilt is used every single night during the holiday season. This is my Christmas present runner in a quilt version. I get lots of requests to turn this into a quilt version pattern. I'll get to it someday.
We'll force her.
This was Urban Chick's first Christmas line, I think. I really fell in love with it. It's backed with Minky. So heavy and cuddly.
Yeah. Here, I'm just going to go forward here for a second and grab this one. Sorry, guys.
This is New Harmony. We don't have the original. The original my aunt made for us, and she kept the quilt. But this my mom made last year using Christmas fabrics. I love pink, period, and I love it in Christmas. So I know some people are like either or. But this is 2 blocks that create a really fun pattern, and it actually makes up a pretty big quilt. Most of my quilts are pre-cut friendly, but that one is yardage. This is the original Starbound in Christmas. I designed the quilt pattern for this fabric. Vintagey looking line that I adore. Uses charm packs or a layer cake. And we did a really fun Christmas.
We get lots of threads.
Yeah, sorry for all the thread. This is another one that we put in the Christmas basket of quilts for people to use during the holidays. We have been on a gingham kick. This kit sold out so fast. Vintage pickup trucks.
We did 3 different versions. We did
I think
this
well,
one.
the red is my favorite, but we didn't
bring it down. We had a red one, a black one, and then we had this one.
I wish I would have ordered more.
Yeah.
This print is so cute. I just hope gingham doesn't go out of style.
I don't know. Chevron was in for a while.
Oh, Chevron was... I actually never loved Chevron, but I've always loved gingham.
Yeah.
I think gingham will always be.
Do you think gingham will always
and
stay?
Chevron
Yes.
will too, I think. Like,
Okay.
it's just timeless, I kind of think.
All right, this is brickwork. My mom made this using the Christmas card line. I am making a version of this as well with Christmas fabric. I was hoping
the black.
to get it done, but the black just makes those colors pop. And black is like really in this year for Christmas.
Not that yet.
We'll do that one at the end.
And
I was
then
thinking that would be the end.
Oh,
I did.
okay. Either one, I don't care.
I did put flannel on the back of this. I don't know if any of you guys do flannel, but that's,
I do get questions about that.
Yeah.
Flannel quilts up beautifully.
Yes.
When I want a cuddle quilt, I will use flannel. This is Layer Cake Lattice using my all-time favorite Tasha Noel line. It's a Christmas line with Christmas bunnies and the cutest motifs. The dogs. Okay. So bright, so happy. This is another quilt that's used a lot at this time of year.
We pieced this one a lot. We just used all the extra yardage we had, and it's just really fun, happy.
Yep. This is Nesting Stars in Winterberry.
And this is my favorite. Out of the 10,000 I've made of these quilts, this is my favorite.
I just love the richness of the colors.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't seen a Nesting Stars that I don't like when I did this so long. Everybody's version was so pretty. And they all look different because of the fabrics.
And then we did like
The plaid. This is
plaid on the
a
back.
gorgeous plaid print.
Okay. We've got
Lastly is the Christmas Mystery quilt this year. We had a lot of people join in.
Oh, it was so fun to see everybody's.
This is my mom's.
This is mine.
I love designing this, and it's fabulous in Christmas fabrics, but it would be fabulous in any fabric.
I think it'd be really pretty in a Civil War.
Yes. Also, I tend to like doing contrasting binding, but for this quilt, when I was working it up, whenever I put a contrasting binding, it didn't look quite right, so I kept the border print as the binding, and I just think it's just elegant looking.
So hand this up.
So I kept one kit.
Because we sold out.
We sold out of the kits.
Just put it on the table.
And I kept one for a giveaway. So this is going to be a hard question. Mom.
So
Me.
this is a giveaway for the Christmas
Mystery quilt kit.
You have to be in the U.S. You have to be the first one to answer the question we ask to win this
Oh my gosh.
prize. So get your fingers typing ready.
Oh, I don't know.
What is my favorite color?
What is Lindsay's favorite
She did
color?
say tonight what it was.
What is my favorite color? Do you guys know?
I do.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't know if you needed me to tell you. I'm not going to say it until the
Some first person said red. Is that correct?
No.
Second person said pink.
Yes.
Okay, so Deb Miller Quilter.
Deb Miller.
Deb
Quilter.
Miller. Pink is my favorite color.
So you just need to direct message us, Deb.
Grab the box.
All right,
Okay.
we have
One last giveaway.
one last giveaway.
The Cottage box.
Woo!
This gotta be a tough question.
Okay, this has to be a tough question.
I don't know. Doesn't it?
Someone put not purple.
There you go.
They should win something.
The person that said not purple, message me.
Which is SRD Mom of 3.
Okay. We'll send you a prize. Message
Hold
me.
on.
That was fun.
Because I don't like purple. This has to be a difficult question.
You keep saying that.
What? Don't answer this. I'm asking if it's a good question. We are like huge. My mom, like, we did this growing up, making Christmas goodies and passing them out to our friends and our neighbors and our families. And I, Katie, keep that tradition alive in my family.
Yes.
In fact, I do a cookie exchange now where 12 dozen cookies are made and we exchange them. My question is, if you're okay with that, what is your favorite Christmas goodie to make? Is that a good question? Should we do that?
Sure.
Okay, so
Favorite
what's your
Christmas goodie go
favorite Christmas goodie?
to make? That was not a hard question.
I love the trunk show, ladies. Thanks. Buckeyes, Erin Pumpkin in sews.
Okay. Good job, Erin.
Awesome.
I don't know what a Buckeye is.
I do. It's
tell
a
me.
peanut butter, like it's almost like a peanut butter cup.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
I've been on a peanut butter kick.
So you would like it.
That sounds good.
Well, I'm glad you guys showed up for the trunk show.
Direct messages if you won.
And we will post this on YouTube.
And tell us why we
Kitchen.
did this. We did this. Come on over, Katie.
Okay, so we wanted to do this because, well, Emily,
It was
you
my idea.
Yes.
Just kidding. So I was like, well, we used to do trunk shows at quilt shops. We haven't been able to do it because of quarantine, COVID. And we know everyone's just been kind of down in the dumps, like with everything going on. And we just thought this would be something bright and fun to do to bring us quilters together and share Lindsay's amazing designs and her talent. And so I was like, let's just do an online one, a live. And we don't know how to do all this technical stuff, so bear with us.
You guys have been awesome though to come and
We're going to do
share
more
our happiness.
lives in the future.
So we think we're gonna post this onto YouTube so you can reference it again.
if you have questions.
I think we'll also be able to post it on her Instagram because we can save it. And we think it might be a tradition, but not showing as much next year. So at the end of next year, just show that year's designs. So hopefully it can become a tradition.
And we just thank everybody. We're very
Yeah.
blessed to have
All support
the support that you guys all
Yeah.
give us.
Yes.
And
We get to work as a family, and you're supporting a small business, which I think
Yeah.
is what keeps America going.
Yeah.
Is the small business, and that's like it's
So important.
It's such a fun thing to
Yeah.
have with each other, and we've all been able to slowly come on the team. Like it was
Yeah.
them, and then I was able to join, and now Katie and our sister Jessie.
She is there, but you don't see her. She helps us
She's
get
like
products.
She's the cup.
Yeah.
We get all our
Where's our mugs at?
They're out there. Like all our merchandise
Yeah.
is from our other sister, so it's like really a family.
It's a family business.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Very proud of my girls.
Yes.
So thanks for coming, and
Maybe we'll be doing another live.
maybe this was
Maybe.
like not this long though. All right, we'll see you next time.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
How do I end it? Okay.
My back hurts. Oh.
It says share to IGTV. Should I do that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Unplug everything. Stop that one.
Stop. Oh, my back hurts.
I want to see if the Cottage box is sold out.
I want to see what the cells were. If it was
Oh,
What are you giving the lady that commented not purple?
So you need to add like a title and description.
I just put not, or here. I'll put not purple. So we need to check all
So,
of our emails
I'll
together.
Brandon, that I'll call him.
Yeah. I tried to leave out the stuff that I knew you guys had like displayed in your house.
Oh,
Just so you know.
We have one box in stock.
well, I only listed 190, so I'm gonna
Number
go in there.
11.
Hi, we are done. You may enter.
Oh my gosh, my back hurts.
Mine too.
And my shoulder.
What?
Okay, let's see.
All
How many
right,
have
Casey, in a
that
minute.
to put that back in here? Just so
Bye.
I think the most that I saw
Everyone
was
was very
100.
positive. Only like 100 and something.
Oh really?
I was right.
Good.
When you no, you weren't.
I
You
was
said
the
3.
closest. I was the
Without
closest.
going over.
Oh yeah.
So no one won.
No one wins. We each get $25.
Okay.
Um,
I'll take 25.
That's funny.
what was
second. Sue texted me.
Kathy, she goes, how do I get to it? So I
Her
don't.
page just said 8:47. We're on our way home. We're coming home.
Good, they can help us take this off.
So
'cause I'm
Sue said
tired.
Katie, and I can't read her language. And I did do the next giveaway with like the person that says the answer, like number 6, and then the next time 8 change it, or you might have people grumpy again.
Yeah, people were mad about that. That's why I was like,
Well, because also I'm like they could just memorize the number and have like
That's
play
what they
number
were
4
doing.
and then just enter.
that's what someone did before I even showed it or like said anything. They were like, claim 3.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay, we gotta change.
yeah.
Well, like we said.
I knew we should have had questions on hand.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you
Really
learn
good
and
experience.
How many hearts did you get though? I think I kept
It was
seeing.
constant.
Yeah.
we did get hard.
How do I
Lots.
see? I need
Well,
to watch
on
it.
the
We should
live-
watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, but
But here, let's
get
really
rid of
quick.
it. We'll just push it all in there. We'll go through
But
it
does
tomorrow.
this go to the mystery quilt? Is that why
Yes,
this was
that
by
goes
itself?
in the bucket.
I want the kids to just take this all up. The
I just
stands.
think we gotta just push all this in the garage and then we can deal with it
I think we
tomorrow.
should put the stands in the garage.
Okay.
Do you want this?
No.
Where did the
I think
garbage
we
go?
should film down here.
Yeah.
Well, with all your lighting, I think it looks
It looks
nice.
really good.
Yeah. So yay for floss tube. We're gonna be doing that like Monday.
I have nothing to show.
Okay, you guys
I got plenty. No,
Well,
just
you better
kidding.
work
I don't
on
have
that.
plenty. I just have.
Oh.
Even if you just start it and do Lindsay starts.
back and
You do a Lindsay start.
Ugh.
I can do that, Mom.
Here, I can too. Mom, sit your butt down.
I can't get through.
Oh my! I'm walking through a freaking shitstorm.
Oh my god.
Here, hold the door so I can come through. Mom, you're just you. I can tell. Move.
We love you, but you're the old one.
Yeah. Go sit down.
I can do it.
Because I could tell you were hurting. Like 5 minutes in. This is like another bin. This is all the stuff that you guys like use, but I wanted to.
Yeah, we'll go through it tomorrow.
Oh my heck. Alex, come get your freaking pills. I'm like, if she. Oops. I'll get Mom.
I'm not.
Yeah, but you're bending and pushing. I can do it. Just, can you go get in your comfy clothes or something? Like, can you do this for the dog? Do this for the dog.